Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Work with what you got. Work with what you got. And what I mean by work with what you got, in the game of man gets woman, you can only be you ultimately. Like when I talk about body game, for example, everybody ain't gonna be like super muscular. Everybody definitely ain't no 6'2", you know? Everybody don't have that smooth mouthpiece. Everybody don't have those model features and everything, you know? Everybody don't have all of that. But, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, I had to get out of here for something. You can only work with what you got and maximize that. You know, like I said in a blog post years ago, if you got lemons, make some lemonade. Cause one of the things I'm seeing is a lot of men really just have that basic thing called confidence in themselves and what they got, and they think, oh, no woman wants them. No, I'm gonna tell you what, and I said this all the time. Every single man can attract a woman. Every single man. I don't care what he got going on. It's just a question if he wants that woman. Now, if you don't like what you attract, you can still improve on what you're working with. Now, when I say work with what you got, you just got to figure out, okay, what is it about you can maximize? Like, what is it about you that might hurt you, and how you can, like, change that? And also, what is it about you can maximize? Wait a minute, let me pop this thing. Alright. Like, what is it about you? What's your best game? Like, you know, you got some people. That's why I'm very critical of guys thinking they gotta look like Chad or Tyrone. Or even some guys who get in the body game thinking you gotta have like perfect body fat or something. Look, here's the reality with women, which I've said millions of times. Different women like different things. Your best thing is to find out which women like what you got and figure that out. And, you know, that's why I say your tribe, which women like it. Because the thing is, and I was talking with a client last night, and I said something, he had asked a question. I ain't giving his name away, but he had asked the question of, figuring out your tribe. I say, every time you interact with a woman, figure out which ones are receptive, which ones are not, and then pay attention to everything about them. Even their body types. Like, I can look right at a woman's body and tell a very good idea whether she'd be receptive. It's been rare that they haven't been. There's a certain body type. I take one look at the body, it's like, up, see her, yeah, she down. It never fails. It never fails. It's stuff. But then I also figure that out according to what I'm offering. Like, I ain't no slim dude. I ain't no slim dude, you know, and I don't want to be, you know, one of those big dudes and stuff, like look like powerlifter almost. Well, not quite powerlifter, but strong man. That's my thing. That's my thing now. And in fact, that's when I really saw that how different body types affect women, because I shared the pictures before of fitness model build days. Just for those who didn't see it, here you go. And indeed, I said fitness model days because I actually had worked for a modeling company for a minute. I actually worked for them for a minute. And some of the stuff with how they were managing things, I ain't hang around too long. But the thing was, it was that, and then now anybody who's seen my full body, you know, looks swollen and all of that. I noticed two different types of women interact with me. Well, same general type, always with a butt dunk, but they interact with me in a different way. But do I say, oh, let me get back to the fitness model thing to get a certain type? I say no. Work with what I got now. Because I'm still getting play. Really got more play as the strong man type, to be honest. I'm going to be real with y'all. As much as I got with the fitness bottle build. I actually got bored with the strongman build. Actually more. Better quality too. But that's the thing. But I paid attention. The thing is, I work with what I got. Because, you got some guys, they'll feel like, well, I'm too slim or I'm this or that. Now, if you just not getting nothing, okay, you need to change your body. Nothing. But if you're getting something, just sit back and be like, okay, what am I getting with it? And see, that's just debate. Or let me say, everybody's focused on the face, but women like different faces. Every woman don't even like a man to be drop dead handsome or something. As long as shit. Some women feel like there's actually women who feel like if a dude is even ugly, they feel like, hey, he'll work harder to satisfy him. Seriously. That's how they be thinking, or a little bit of ugly. Sometimes women like a little bit ugly in a guy because they know they ain't going to get pressed about him. And he's just that sex thing, Understand, like I said, when women choosing a guy for sex, it ain't the same as when they choose him just for, like, being in a relationship or something. When it's just sex, it's different things. But even that, pay attention to it. Figure out what you got on the physical thing. And then you could build up your other stuff, like how you wear your clothes, your grooming and everything. And that's something you can control 100%. Let me talk about style. Women go crazy over style. Women go crazy over style. Wait a minute, hold on. I didn't even realize my shit was like this. Hold on. Nah. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'll just leave it that way. Why don't y'all tell me? I didn't even realize it was like that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta change this around. I need to stop for a second though. And this ain't a great thing I had it in. Yeah, y'all. I had to change that around. I didn't even know I had it in one other mode. I was like, damn, that's a little too dark. Anyway, right? One of the things that you just have to realize, okay, what am I working with? Now, I was talking about style. Style means a lot to a woman. Every man can control his style. And that might be your game if you could style it. If you know how to really style yourself, that might be your game. And that's just the bait right there. Now, understand something. Then is the conversation. Now, here's the thing. Here's where y'all really need to be taking notes and shit. It's not always about like some magic word or something, right? It's not always about a magic word or something like that. Or like something that works with all women. See, one of the criticisms I have of some dudes acting like, oh, well, there's 4 things you can do to get the woman to fall in love with you. No, it probably won't. And a lot of guys are failing with that. The thing is, the key is personality compatibility. Is the woman compatible? Now, that comes in with the tribe. Which women are compatible with your personality? Like, let me compare it. I've talked about the house of the man before, and in a summit, in the self-improvement summit, I talked about how the house of the woman matches up with the house of the man. Now, when you have the maternal aspect of a woman, like if you get some women maternal, she got more of a maternal personality, she will tend to match up best with men who are paternal as well. Family types, guy want to sit around, be at the cookout, all of that stuff, protect the house, raise the children, more family type of man. Wait, let me blast this again. Hold on. It's fogging up in this joint. All right. Now, if that's your personality and everything, you might not be, if you more the paternal type, the party girl might not be for you. You want to sit home and chill more. party girl or the woman who want to go out there and hustle and everything ain't for you, right? And then, you do have some women, you got to hit them more upstairs. They're more thinking type of women. You got plenty of women out there, even though women in general are more emotional in general, you got a lot of women, they do think. And they can be pragmatic as hell. Overall, women are pragmatic once you get past the emotion. But that's a whole other conversation. But these women, these are the type you could probably have an intellectual conversation with. Now, if your personality is more intellectual and like to get into deeper subjects, the hell is this? Oh, yeah. Anyway, like to get into deeper subjects and everything, then you'll click personality-wise more with that woman. Now, if your personality is more that you thinking more like getting that money and everything, you got that hustle mentality. Shoot, that woman whose personality is similar, she thinking, hey, let's go get this money together. Then that's still another level. That's another level. And then if your personality is more gregarious, party, all that, have fun, she have a similar personality, boom. So you got to say, okay, this is who I am. This is my personality. I shouldn't have to change it, but find the women who match up with that personality. Find the women who are good. Like, I use myself for an example. The women, I can click on different levels with a woman, but the women ultimately that I click with tend to be more on that thinking type of thing, more sensible. They think about shit a bit more. It's like you can have like that deep conversation with them. That's me. See, that's me. That's one of the things with me, though. I can be that paternal dude, because anybody who know me know I spend a lot of time with my sons. In fact, I'm known in this general area for doing that. You got people be coming up to me, I always see you with your sons. We just close like that. Well, except when they hang on with their friends. But, they still like their old dad. But, I can give them that, and definitely the hustler. Definitely the hustler. Ain't as much a partier as I used to be, so a woman more in that party thing. I don't click with them to the same extent I did when I was younger. I used to just give party. Used to DJ too. Yeah, I know. 1,000 jobs. I couldn't catch a mix to save my life, Dale. Back in the day, get that thorough mix in there. Oh man. But I know some people be like, Rob, you say you did this, this, and this. Dox me, motherfucker. Put me under a lie detector. It's called being thorough. It's called being a Renaissance man. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Shit. But anyway, this weather. But anyway, that's the thing. Like, work with what you got. Don't try to be what you ain't. Like some dudes think, well, I gotta be this. Like, if you introverted, shoot. One of my biggest videos was Game for Introverted, man. Shoot, that quiet thing works like a charm. You'll get a woman who likes quiet. Shame in it. As long as you can talk. Because, see, let me say something about that introverted thing. Introverted don't mean you shy. Now, if you shy, that's going to be a problem. Introverted just means you don't need to be the life of the party. You can just go and you can go to a party. You don't have to chat it. You don't have to chat it up with everybody. You can just talk with like two or three people and you good. It means introversion just really mean you getting into, you draw your energy from within, not from without. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's you, that's you. But then if you extroverted or something, okay, use it. See, don't try. And I'm going to get into why people try to change up anyway. It's a very simple reason. In fact, let me just jump into it now. People will try to change up. Men will try to change up because it ain't because they whatever they doing don't work. They just not getting the woman they want. Because what do? We could we go in a room We can go in a room of 100 women. 10 women checking you out. 10 women checking you out, giving you that look and everything. 10 women giving you that look and everything, right? You checking out number 11 who ain't giving you the look, so you worry about why she rejects you. In fact, in my book, Nice Guys and Players, on the back cover, I specifically say that. I say, hey, are you a player who can get every woman except the one you want? And I see that's been a common thing with a lot of players. So one of the problem with that is that becomes a problem because then the guy thinks something wrong. He ain't paying attention to the other women, ready to like get on their knees and everything, ready to do vile things to them. They don't pay attention to that. So a lot of times a dude thinks something wrong because he's thinking about that one woman instead of thinking, well, hold up. Why don't I deal with the women who just naturally like me? And that's deeper game right there. If you look at like real players and stuff, they don't really be chasing like that. People think they do. They don't really be chasing like that. They don't be chasing like that at all. Real players, they just deal with the women who naturally like them. They just pay attention. I put it like that. Because that's a fantasy. You gonna try to get somebody to like you if they ain't feeling you. I don't care what it is, how you approach it. Even if you cold approach a woman, she gotta look at you and see something attractive about you. So anyway, a lot of guys worried about that they worry about that woman who don't want them. But even then, you gotta just let her go, because one of the things is a woman is best when she has that natural attraction, because she's already naturally cooperative with you. She's already there. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to complain. It's right there. It's the only thing at that point, you can just blow it. You can just blow it. So it's like that. And let's get into the sex thing. Because I was actually going to do a video on sexual confidence. Because a lot of guys lack it. And I still need to, I don't know, maybe I'll do it tomorrow for on demand. I gotta see what my vibe is. Yeah, if I do it tomorrow though, it'll come out in the afternoon. I'll have something for it. But afternoon on demand. Rom's a hunter. Rom's a capitalist, yo. And that'd be some deep shit. Now, you know what? I'm going to do it next week, because I'm going to make sure everything's covered. Because when I do my on-demand stuff, I got to make sure I got my notes and everything. Speaking of which, I had a detractor come on here and try to talk trash about one of my car videos. You all over the place. You should use some notes. If I saw that particular person in the street say something, I'll bust him in the face. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna have some notes while I'm driving. Yeah, okay. Damn. I really don't like stupidity. Anyway, but getting back to that in general about that sexual confidence thing, you know what? Like a big part, let's just be real, a lot of men, they insecure about their damn dick size. But even then, work with what you got. Alright. Your ass ain't no like Dexter St. Jock swinging that shit around. Okay, well, join 99% of the rest of the population. Look, man, the average penis size is 5 inches globally. And the average vagina size is 4 inches. And yeah, you got some size queens out there, but I'm going to tell you what. One thing I found with those so-called size queens and stuff, unless they got something like physically where they can't grip, a woman, when she's properly aroused, will grip this. I've said this before, and I will say that. And a lot of guys still couldn't get that. Well, think of it like this. Work with what you got. Figure out what your skills are to make her holler. Because quite frankly, shoot, you could try something like Kunyaza. And I'll put a link for that. I'll put a link for that book in the description box. It's out of Rwanda. It's about making a woman squirt. All you need is enough just to make contact with her clitoris. And her clitoris, you can satisfy a woman. You don't even have to stick the shit in. All you need is a finger. You can just rub it. Now, because I know some guys, they don't want to go down. Okay, fine, rub it. But you gotta stroke it like a kitty, though. Don't be like, ugh. You gotta stroke that joint, man. You gotta stroke that joint like nice and easy. Nice and easy. The woman will be like, whoo! Shit. You can have your clothes on. You grind a woman, you grind up on her clitoris. But my point is, no matter what your size is, you can still satisfy. And then that's just the clitoris. If you're talking about her G-spot, which people say is so mysterious, where is that G-spot? Well, if you lay her down and you got and just line it up, you lay her down, okay, you got the clitoris. The G-spot, when it drops, is just slightly to the side. Just very slight. You could probably, for general purpose, say it's underneath. Just not perfectly aligned, but it ain't like way off, but just slightly to the side of the clitoris on the inside. You can make a scream with this and just get it under there and cup. So, I just told you 2 ways you can make a holler. It don't matter what your size is. And then if, you just get in there, just, and like the old heads used to say, just stick the head in. Because it's only an inch in. The G-spot's only an inch in. And you just have to get it to drop. You get that to drop, you take your time with foreplay. You can just get good at foreplay. Just take your time. Shoot. You do all that because a woman's nature, shoot. Like I said, I'll give a link to Master Yao's site. He teaches men how to make a woman have an orgasm without touching. And I'll give a link to his site. And I know some people say it ain't possible. Please, man, I witnessed that shit. I first witnessed that back in 2007. This Tantra master. He was giving a live demonstration with this girl. Man, I stopped trying to count her orgasms at 100. I know some people, and some people say, why are you talking about sex? I don't know. Why not? Why not? Like it or not, people have sex out here. If you don't like that, stay the fuck off the channel. All right? Block me. Shit. Yeah, that's the sexual confidence thing, too. You don't want to talk about something. But that's the whole thing, though, man. That's the whole thing. Like, dudes need to work on that. Like, work with what you got, And don't worry about it, because, first of all, women, you don't know what a woman's turned on by anyway. Women got different vaginas. Like, all you had to do, like, when the first time you had sex with her, take your time, explore. Shit. See what works for. Like I said, you don't have to be packing like crazy. Shoot, like I said, you turn her on, right? Her should have gripped this. Shoot, I made one young lady. I told you, made one young lady squirt with this. Wasn't even trying, really. But they will grip it. They'll tight because they get that clink clink. And some women know what I'm talking about. They get that clink clink. Shit. You just got some skill that take care of that. And I know some people, I gotta practice that. Yeah, well, first work on getting a woman. I'm telling you how to get a woman. Body, hit the gym. Shit, hit the gym. Get a woman first and then practice. Yeah. Yeah. If you want a shortcut to that shit, like I said, don't mess with if you want a shortcut, don't mess with a woman you pay, because she'll lie to you. She'll tell you what happens. Where's your money from? She's like, oh yeah, daddy, that's it. Actually, let me get some little street on y'all. And shout out C Boogie, he pointed this out. Get your older woman. She'll take her time and teach you, because she wants to be satisfied. So a lot of older women, they'll get a young guy and say they'll teach him. They'll say, okay, this is what you need to do. Do this, do this. Boom. But practice, practice, practice. But all of that, everything I say, it all still comes down to just work with what you got. Don't think you got to be, because you're not the other man. You ain't the other man. No matter what you say, do, you are not that other man. So why worry about it? You are you. You got to be, see, the main thing is you got to be comfortable with yourself and what you offer. And no, every single woman ain't going to like it, but there's going to be some who do. Your biggest thing is just figuring out, okay, where the women who like what I got? You know? That's why, like, okay, like that whole passport brother thing. Yeah, knows I ain't jump on it. I say, if you got to travel, all I say is just, now I said hood, and some people took it literally hood. When I said hood, I meant go away from the tourist areas. Learn the language and the culture of the area. If you can get a guide that you can trust, do that. If you feel like you need to travel, I know plenty of dudes, they got wives from outside the country. From Africa, Europe, wherever, South America, happy relationships. But, and let me just be clear though, it's even that, you still got to be at your best, because you got some game players out there. They take game playing to another level. So that's the thing. They're actually better at the game, really. The women's game. And I got a video coming next week talking about the women's game. But anyway, you just travel. You find who liking what you got to offer, if you have to. If you got to change cities, regions, whatever. If it's a different race, whatever. Just do what you got to do. But this is what you got. Most you can do is maximize what you got and just go with it. And remember, the main relationship you have is with yourself. That's why you can't change it. Like I said, I'm a big man. If I run into some woman, she feel like, well, I like guys who are leaning. Oh, okay. Next. Shit. Next. This is me. You got to be comfortable with yourself. Look, I'm going to tell you what, I don't go in on women, but you can't allow, first of all, there's different women. You can't allow what one woman say to dictate to you, or even 3 women say, or 4, or even 50. Rounding the number up, there's 4 billion women in the world. And for those who want to be all technical, well, it's only 3. Stop being stupid. You know what I'm talking about. It's still more. It's still more. And I've said before, shoot, if you really think about it, you can probably get, if you can just be out and about, shoot, you can probably find 10 women a year who want you, who are seriously attracted to you, and they're attractive themselves. And like I said, if you don't like that, what they look like and everything, well, fix yourself up. It's simple. Body game. Body game. Let the barber bless you. Fix yourself up. But just be what you can be, and then work with that. And then find who like it. And then if you say, well, I'm still having trouble, like I said, travel around something. And also too, let me just say something. I probably need to do a separate video on this. Everybody ain't meant to be a player anyway. You might have to find just that one woman to deal with. You got some guys trying to say be a player. Only maybe 1% of the male population can truly be players. You want to be at that point where you can get a good woman, and even if it's not, you're not settling with her, on a consistent basis. You want to be at that point, with who you are. Your main relationship is with yourself. You got to be comfortable, and don't let anybody say, well, you got to be this, you got to be that. Especially don't let a man tell you have to be anything, because as I always say, you just got to be your best. Now, yeah, there's going to be some men who are going to get more than you. Okay. All right. Let me put it another way. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a bunch of women who gonna bring you some headaches or something, or you got that one quality woman who's fine and got your back? It's satisfying you, who got your back, who is, I hadn't used this term, but I'm gonna say submission into your mission and cooperation to your operation. That's all you have to worry about. That's all you have to worry about. All right. So anyway, that's it for now. That's it. I'm just laughing about something. Yeah. Life is good. I ain't gonna lie. Life is good, but we'll be another hour telling y'all why life is good. But, yeah. And I know, got this going up. I'm actually winning that particular battle. I give y'all a clue to it. I clean myself out. Like, part of it is cleaning myself out. And that's, I do that once a year. So, it's winning. Yeah, might extend the battle too. This is a fun one. But anyway, y'all have a good day today. Peace and